Hello everyone, I am Song Hee-jung, Associate Professor in SoongSil University in Seoul. So from now on, I'm going to introduce how in our university we incorporated ESP, IT and engineering embedded course into general English education. It's the real case study that exactly implemented in the actual program, and then all the examples, and then the rationale and the backgrounds will be based upon the real needs of students and the professors who teach their majors in their own IT or engineering program. So it will be this course will be the cornerstone how we can English education can contribute to the program or the major programs that may need the assistance of English education, um, which play a role of the bridge, the gap between understanding their content knowledge in English and expressing and communicating their content knowledge into their own communication skills in English. So the background and the purpose of this study will be the new trends and issues in college education, and also the needs fulfilled. So as I told you, in English education field, we think communication skills are necessary, right? Contained with content knowledge of learners in the trend of convergence education. So convergence education means even we teach English, still the language skill of English should be used for the learners, college level learners to speak and communicate with some co-workers in the field of job sectors, right? So for example, the students who haven't recruited from coding or AI field or big data or cloud and managing security area, they need to collaborate a lot with the workers from India or China or any other foreign countries who should share and communicate their opinion in English. So in our university, especially IT or engineering field, many professors have been just suffering. Oh, how we can improve students' communication skills that exactly express their content knowledge in the area of big data or AI. So based upon the needs, uh, also we are also suffering from the pandemic, current pandemic situation, right? So this situation itself exactly pushes us to change the content teaching methods or the platform of teaching or the content of teaching and then the final needs of teaching. So in this needs, we also should think about whether we are teaching our students based upon learner-centered education. So because we should teach students through this camera on text, no contact, we should always think whether our education or our program or our teaching can help our students uh, to be satisfied with their own needs of learning or with their needs of getting some knowledge in the field. So as an individual teacher or professor, if we don't think more seriously, it will be definitely related to the survival problem of our university, right? That's why we decided to create this course a few years ago. And then based upon the new pandemic era, we also changed the platform and then the contents of teaching this field also had to change it uh, based upon our students' needs. And then also English itself, can we survive in the era of convergence education if we just simply teach language skills or communication skills? That was the second needs why I developed this course and then tried to implement this course into the real English education, even it's in general education. So we should, my final conclusion was we should develop as many English embedded subjects as possible that reflect four language skills, including critical thinking skills that um, help the learners to critically judge and think, and then evaluate their contents knowledge, whether the knowledge can be usable or non-usable. So in this course, I decided to incorporate the learning strategies, including writing, speaking, discussing, and debating, including critical thinking skills too. And another background or another rationale or another factors that made me really push it myself to develop and make this course stable was this Ms. Song Go-eun's study that had been conducted for near 2019. So according to this study that she published, let me ask a simple quiz, okay? What what must be the most important factors that have an impact on having a good job or being recruited from the college graduate students' point of view? What will be the most important factors? So let me give you multiple choice, okay? So choice number one will be the quality of college English education program. This means 대학에서 제공하는 전문적 수준 높은 영어 교육의 지원 여부에 의해서 대졸자의 취업 성과 및 취업에 가장 큰 영향을 줄까요? Is this first factor? That is my quiz. A second factor will be the age. Whether students graduate from the university when they were young, around 24 or 25 years old, or whether they graduate around 30, do you think the age factor will be really big difference to help them to be recruited in the job field? Or a third factor will be the experience of living abroad or studying abroad. That will be third factor. The fourth factor is gender. Do you think some genders are more discriminated to be recruited because of this gender, whether they're male or female in a certain field? And then fifth factor is before they study in English, they might have their own experience of early childhood education, right? So do you think their past background of having some education can be the most important factor to be recruited well in their job? And sixth factor is standardized English score. So do you think their English score can be the most or critical factors to be recruited well from their job sector? Then what can be the answer? The answer is number one, the quality of English education, general English education program that university will provide the learners, okay? So isn't it amazing? Can you think of your responsibility, how more qualified and good English general education program will have a critical and big impact on the future? Have you ever thought about it as an English faculty? That's why I decided to create and develop and then try to modify and then make the program quality better. So now, let me explain how the program that I have implemented for our English education could show the effects, the outcomes, or good results. So depending upon the high quality college English program with learners, the answer was, first one, improved learner autonomy. The second, improved learner competency and ability. And then also what and how, the reason or rationale, what and how and why we should create these programs, this kind of original and critical questions could be the source to make this program more qualified and then more better elaborated from learners' point of view. So that kind of effect has been proved according to the past research conducted by 송고은, but in my case study and then in my research also, I qualitatively and quantitatively, I also just got the similar result. Then from now on, let me explain how. So if this kind of ESP embedded or IT and engineering embedded course could make or produce such a big and positive impacts of improving students' learner economy and then self-confidence and then their critical thinking skills, and how, as a listener, you might have the question, right? How we can develop English embedded subject which reflect four language skills, including critical thinking skills, like me, right? It might be your question as a learner, as an audience. So, as an audience, so let me give you the tip, okay? First one was this course was based upon flipped learning and blended learning, and then learner-centered, discussion-based, and then participation-based course. So major activity was based upon students' flipped learning and discussion. So if you wanted to create a better, more learner-centered, and then ESP-centered program, you should think more how you can incorporate, how you can provide learners with more flipped learning embedded class structure. And also, I provided the learners with the opportunities of creating, recreating, and combining the required content knowledge. So this means I try to just guide them. For example, if my students major or IT or engineering, business, and global commerce, then I try some general project issues or questions or show some issues that we should most critically think about that might merge into all different kind of sectors together. So common sense. From the common sense point of view, the current and the most critical issue is what? Corona pandemic. After Corona pandemic, if you assume that you are going to create or you are working in a certain company that create AI machine or AI wheelchair or AI smartwatch, AI wearable device, but then how you can develop your business, and then how you can persuade your learners, readers, how you can persuade your business partners. That will be general questions that help our learners more motivated to think together, to discuss and extend their point of view that makes them conclude the common issue or common conclusion to create a better business plan. So like this, if I give a general point of view, general question, general project title question, then students try to think how they can contribute themselves for each field depending on their major. So a lot of synergy effects will come out soon during the class time. And then they can finally create their own topic. They can recreate their own topic and content knowledge. And finally, incorporate, converge, and then create a better knowledge. That really happened in my class. So let me show you the example soon. And then another way to help our students is what? Depending upon the new trends of English education, we 2013, Hanji also said we should incorporate content education, such as IT, business, or English. So I more specified the contents like this, IT, business, including IT and business contents. I also tried to provide my learners with the opportunities to think, recreate, create their knowledge and construct their new knowledge that can control over the new era or new trend. I always emphasize them. Not every knowledge or content is already restricted or decided. Knowledge is also working on, moving on, and changeable. So that's why our students try to do a lot of research during the class time, and then they also have a lot of discussion. And then they can individually work on, and then also they can work together and they can combine their work together and then make a more high quality work. This is also proved by the previous study conducted by Kim Jang-yeol, Kim Hye-mi, or Kim Jang-yeol professor. So now let me show you the syllabus, okay? Oh, then you might be curious. Oh, really? Then how you can create or incorporate IT into English and as well as business together. So in order to answer your question, I'm going to show you our syllabus together. So here is our syllabus, okay? First week, students will focus on deciding or thinking about their favorite field, my dream company. And then still, they should know what they want and then who they are, what kind of past history they have. And then after understanding my field, my dream, and then who I am, like this, they're going to learn more logical sequence. In this part, I'm going to focus more on communication skills in English. So after deciding their field, their favorite field, and their dream company, and the parts that they can contribute well, they are going to learn how they can develop their idea in a better logical manner in English rhetoric, and then how to design their documents or their personal statements in English. And also, they can learn and practice and have a lot of communication and then feedback from me. And finally, they're going to have or just search some content knowledge or interesting issue that might help them to be more helpful to extend their knowledge and then reconstruct their own knowledge. And based upon this knowledge construction, knowledge presentation, I also try to communicate a lot, give them a lot of feedback, whether their knowledge or their topic has been feasible or debatable. So based upon my 2 times feedback, students finally create their application document that help them themselves to persuade their job sector to recruit them. So I try to teach a lot how they can appeal their characteristics and qualifications of job sector. So based upon understanding about themselves, they're going to finally will have big project. Big project means they can decide their own topic. So deciding on topic and then find their own decide their own topic and then find their own topic and then discussing together and then make a good presentation does not mean that it will be just 1 day work or 2 days work. Around midterm, after midterm, students are going to do a lot of work at the same time together in the Zoom discussion or during the just interactive non face-to-face interview, but during this kind of just on text interaction, students also have a lot of talk with me. And finally, one group decide their own topic, personal electronic scooter for the delivery service in Italy. And then let me show you how our students finally achieved this semester, even the corona pandemic. So after they consider the corona pandemic situation, they created this part. First, they designed their own work. Some of the students will play a role of CEO, CTO, and then they are going to decide, presume that they're going to have some business collaboration with Uber Eats, and then also they will somebody will play role of safety manager and select part, and then they're going to make their business more reasonable and rationale why they should start this business. So they're all the group members. And then they are going to present the current era COVID-19 and how this situation made some conditions different in Italy or some other countries. So based upon this kind of data and then graph, students are going to present uh, more professional contents that they created, okay? So in this course, students exactly will learn how they can support their idea with correct number, data, graph, and charts. They will never just simply assume anything. So look at that. So they will create all the graph and then they got a lot of good resources. And they're going to present these resources in the final presentation working day. And then they also compare the price. And then also they're going to popular delivery service in Italy. And then they're going to do some research in delivery service in Italy. And then they were going to compare motorcycle with something. And then they also showed adaptability in urban alleyway and then Milano, Napoli, Rome, and they compared the feasibility in these three different kinds of cities. And also they showed the table and then compared the charts and graph and then how their scooter will have the better mileage when they use lithium polymer battery. So compared to the oldest style lithium ion battery, they think that the changing this kind of new scooter with new battery will provide the much more benefits with the reader. That's why their reason why they should do this kind of business in Italy uh, seem to make sense, right? And then they're going to show and compare all the other electric scooters compared to my way, blah, blah, blah. And then they will also compare these two data, how their new business will be better. And then they also try to show and then provide the listeners with more positive trade-off points that their scooter has automatic insurance that make their system more reliable and enjoyable. And then they also search it all the insurance companies in foreign countries, and then they try to provide the strength of having uh, having insurance as soon as the users buy the scooter, and then they try to compare the insurance, safety insurance, this disability insurance, and then they are going to show the problem of reducing the injury rate, decreasing, and then finally they will show their strength of having the automatic insurance after the users buy this program. So like this, they're going to also compare price comparison with other products and the China products by securing based upon this one, they're going to make their production rate stable. And then they're going to also show how their assumption can be reasonable according to this economics and business theory of supply and demand. The students can successfully make a good presentation about their own project that shows their positive and good function of navigation, and then using this navigation delivery, they can make some profits after having some business relationship with some partners, business partners in Italy. So while doing this, our students could have their own uh, interest together, and then they can also contribute themselves to this project based upon the logical sequence and presenting manner, logical sequence and presenting manner in English, and they finally videotape and then provide good final project. So even we did everything and I changed it a little, we have been doing this kind of uh, ESP incorporated course offline before the pandemic era. So I had also tumbling down and I had a little problem to apply this kind of more discussion oriented class during the first semester because because of my limited experience. But even the second semester, when I tried to totally change it, everything into on-text-based on-text-based course, it was also successful. Many students showed me good feedback, and then the result was also good. So let me show you the result as a real sample. So result is okay here. Oh, this course and it was definitely conducive to teaching and learning based upon realistic and environmental supports. But still, we need much more study because there are a little limited literature about ESD incorporated study in college education in Korea that prove learners' development procedure. And also content knowledge, understanding about the content knowledge and then understanding students' needs more needs more teacher training program and the workshop. So I'm going to, if this course can be more popular in our course, I have also planned to do and extend this kind of teacher education program. So new era, I think new era will definitely ask us to teach and train the teachers. That's what I thought. And then, yes, this is the real result of this course. After my course was finished around second week of December, one of my students sent me. My name is Kang Min-soo, and then based upon all the documents that I used for this course, and then I finished all the interview, and then had some internship experience, internship admission from E3. So this email made me really happy, and then this can be the real outcome and the hands-on result, how this course must help my students who understand their content knowledge well but who have limited ability to communicate their content knowledge in English can improve more and then can be more different. So based upon my understanding and then my experience, I believe that this course and this study may be also helpful and then help my learners to provide, to prepare their own future well compared to the other students who have never taken this course. So here, let me finish and then let me just close my presentation. So for the further question and then answer session after this video, I'm going to be on the Zoom session and then I will get I'll try to answer your question. So see you later. Bye bye.